Can I call them up? Nazar and Moore coming up to the NHL. They're on the two-way deals. Frank Nazar, after being inserted on the fourth line, gets his first NHL playoff goal. 5 goals in game number 1 for Chicago. Devon Toews gets crushed by Connor Bedard. Teuvo Teravainen, poke check, Bedard. Bedard scores, bar down! I do not believe it. Connor Bedard has just won the game and stunned Colorado, and your Chicago Blackhawks have taken a 2-0 series lead. We are going to another overtime. The veteran Nick Foligno, he's looking at the CU, and Oliver Moore scores! I do not believe it! The rookie scores his first NHL playoff goal, and it's an overtime winner to give Chicago a 3-0 series lead. Your Chicago Blackhawks are gonna go to the second round of the playoffs after an unfathomable upset of the Colorado Avalanche, a 4-0 sweep. All right, Chicago, we are back. And welcome back to your 2024 Chicago Blackhawks in this freaking second round. The team that is projected to get a top 5 overall pick this year in real life somehow made the playoffs after winning 9 of their last 10 games. Then, in the first round of the playoffs, sweeps the Colorado Avalanche, who I didn't actually check this, but let's just see how good was Colorado. They were like the second. Colorado had 110 points. They might have won the President's Trophy. I don't think they did, though. Let's just look at the entire league. The tied for the second best team in the NHL were swept in 4 games after getting absolutely dominated defensively and offensively by the young, unproven Chicago Blackhawks. Just a major disappointment for Nathan MacKinnon and his squad and Makar and all of them. But then also, I didn't talk about this. The Vancouver Canucks, the President's Trophy winning Vancouver Canucks, were eliminated in the first round of the playoffs. The Vancouver Canucks were the number 1 seed in the Western Conference and got upset by the Wild Card 2 in Winnipeg. Just an absolute stunning turn of events in the Western Conference to have the 2 best teams go out in the first round. Now, you still got Edmonton there, who's now the clear favorite in the Western Conference. Edmonton with McDavid and Draisaitl and all they're really good players. But now we have got a very fascinating matchup now against the Dallas Stars. Now, on paper, the Dallas Stars obviously are way better than us. I mean, I thought Colorado was significantly better than us, and we beat them. So all bets are off now. I don't know what the sim is doing. But looking at overall at Dallas, I would say Dallas has got better depth than Colorado does. They don't have as the high of the overall players, but I think Dallas is just going to have a better team overall. They got better depth. You got Jason Robertson on the first line, who has 13 points in 7 games in the playoffs. You got Rope Hintz down the middle, the speed. You got Wyatt Johnston, the young stud, 87 overall, high top 6. I mean, just a really, really good lineup with Stankoven as well. Being a rookie, the Stars are going to be a problem in this division for the foreseeable future with Johnston and Stankoven and Ben. My team, my Dallas Stars, Matt Rapork as well, young stud, medium, top 6. So they've got a good squad. Defensively, I mean, they got good depth through and through. They got Heiskanen, Dumba, Thomas Harley, Esa Lindell, all on the left side. And then, of course, in the net, they have a better goalie, obviously. 90 overall, Jake Ottinger. Not a good first round, but definitely better than Georgiev in Colorado, who just absolutely shit the bed in that first series. So we definitely have our work cut out for us this round. I do not expect a sweep. This series we could lose in 4 or 5 games. I wouldn't be surprised. The series could go 6-7 games either way. I don't know what to expect now after it, but this season's already a success to me. I don't care what happens the rest of the way. Winning around this year when we were supposed to miss the playoffs and get a top 10 pick, I mean, we absolutely blew my expectations for this season out of the water. So now anything that happens now is just a cherry on top. But, if we win this round, we're winning this. We got to win the Stanley Cup. I mean, this would be a Cinderella run of all proportions. So, yeah, let's go ahead and what was I doing? Oh, let's look at I wanted to look at their our stats as well. Where are stats? We'll look at our stats from the first round. So, yeah, Bedard was absolutely phenomenal. 2 power play markers, 8 points. Teravainen and Taylor Hall. Kevin Korchinski, the young man, the young 20-year-old defenseman, medium elite. He is slowly developing into a very good player before our eyes, just off of this just this first or second season for him. Not a rookie, but he is coming into his own. I mean, Nick Foligno, 4 assists. I mean, just all around, everyone kind of did their part. All 4 lines. We brought the young players up. Oliver Moore, he gets that game-winning goal. I mean, an 81 overall after absolutely dominating in the AHL with 73 points. So he definitely was deserving, and he comes up and of course immediately proves it, becoming a +2 with 2 points in 4 games. So then Nazar as well gets a goal after the call up. So I definitely got some promising stuff. And then of course in the net, Peter Kochetkov, the dude that we got at the trade deadline, it's been absolutely phenomenal. 931 save percentage. I mean, you talk about turning your season around after not really doing that well in Carolina. 10 games he was, or yeah, 10 only played 10 games in Carolina, was on the bench, did not do good in those 10 games, but then comes to us at the trade deadline, 17 games, 927 save percentage, 2.35 goals against average, and then in the playoffs so far puts up a 932 save percentage and gets 4 wins. I mean, you can't ask nothing more for for your goaltender. Then on Dallas, on the flip side, they come back down 3-1 against Minnesota. Jake Ottinger did not have a good series, but obviously the real-time sim's a different breed. The defensive core for Dallas did not do good in that first series as well. So Dallas is just cutting off a series where they barely survived and got carried by the forward core with Robertson, Matt Duchene, Wyatt Johnston, Rope Hintz. Like, their forwards absolutely did their part in making sure Dallas was doing good. So we definitely have a work cut out for us. But, after seeing what we just did to Colorado, I kind of think anything is possible at this point. I have no idea what to expect out of this team. But, yeah, I mean, let's make sure all the lines are looking good. I mean, I'm not changing anything. It was clearly working. We won 4 games in a row. So, yeah, we got an 86 and 86, 83, 88, 92, 85. Taylor Hall's already down to an 85 after dropped an overall, but that's okay for Taylor Hall. But, yeah, we got Oliver Moore, Foligno, Athanasiou. We got some – our depth isn't the greatest. Our D-core isn't the greatest, but we got 86, 88, 86. So the top 4 isn't horrible. And we have a solid goalie. So, now the next thing, if Peter Kochetkov could grow some X factors, that would be very nice. But anyway, let's get right into it. Game 1 in American Airlines Center in Dallas. Let's see how this series goes. This should be very interesting. I'm interested to see the difference in the simulation, to see how it goes. And Connor Bedard gets the first goal of the series. Jason Robertson responds immediately. Jason Robertson responds again. 2 goals. The 2 superstars for both teams scoring all the goals so far. Power play for the Chicago Blackhawks goes nowhere. Power play for Dallas. Long one. Oh my goodness, guys. So we kind of got dominated in that first period, but we did, at least it's only a 1-goal game. As Tyler Bertuzzi gets one on Jake Ottinger, another power play for Chicago goes nowhere. So Dallas's goaltending is obviously better. Our power play is not going to be, I don't think it's going to be as good. Power play for both teams. Both defenses kind of sitting tall now as we even up the shots. And there he is again. The young man, Kevin Kurchinski, gets another goal in the sim. And it's a 3-2 lead for your Chicago Blackhawks. Make that 4-2 as Oliver Moore, the young man, the rookie, in his first NHL second NHL playoff series, gets another big marker to give us an insurance marker, a 2-goal. I mean, we can score goals. That's the thing. I don't really care about our defense, but we're keeping pace. We're putting 4 goals up on really good teams. I mean, we averaged almost 4 goals a game in the last series against Colorado. So yeah, 4-2, a little bit of time left in the game, but it looks like your Chicago Blackhawks have now won. I think leading back to the regular season, how many games have we won in a row now? That's like 14 or 15 of our last 16 games we've won. So give up 2 goals in the first, but then Peter Kochetkov in the defense shuts it down again. This is I still can't believe how good we're simming for a team that isn't. It might be the combination of players, the coach. I don't know. The real-time sim is a mystery. But then again, who knows? It's just the sim can change at any turn of events. So we just got to keep rolling. But that's another big win to steal one on the road. Let's look at the calendar real quick. I actually now really want to see how many games in a row have we won. So that's 1. So how many games in a row did we win? There was our loss. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've won 12 games in a row. And like 16 out of our last 17 or something crazy. This is crazy. Are we a wagon right now? We are just on a heater of all proportions. All right, game 2 in Dallas, not changing a darn thing because things are just going really well right now for your Chicago Blackhawks. Tyler Seguin's going to open up the goal scoring for Dallas. This is I think this is a must win for Dallas. We're actually getting dominated in the first period. The defense is still standing tall though. You know, we can blow up for offense at any time, but I expect Dallas to have a good defensive game at some point. Like we haven't had a bad game in like a long time. There's Hintz getting a goal. I mean, we're just due for a bad sim game. We haven't had one in freaking like 15 games. Power play, this could be big. No. Yeah, we're finally having a bad game, which we were due. We were due for a bad game, but still only a 2-goal game. You know, this is still very much a game if we can get a goal. We can get a goal. All right, third period. Let's not get shut out. Let's get at least one. Come on, offense. Come on, offense. Power play for Dallas. 5-on-3 power play for Dallas. They're going to get a power play goal. All right, so their first really tough game of the playoffs so far, as Dallas is going to respond. And are we going to get shut out? Lindell, oh, okay, well, no shutout bid for Chicago, but there you go, 4-1 loss. Not going to sweat it there. We were due for a bad game. The win streak is finally over, but still very encouraged. You know, we got one on the road. Just wanted to get one game on the road, but now we're coming back to the United Center. Tied 1-1. We have the home ice advantage now. Let's try to get this win in the United Center. But Dallas is starting to dominate a little bit in the sim, which is starting to worry me a little bit. Come on, power play. Ugh, goes nowhere. Yeah, I mean, Dallas is just the better team. Their depth, their star players, they have more talent than us, starting to show a bit. We're going to need some heroics from Connor Bedard and our defense to and goaltending just to absolutely have a miracle. More so the goaltending than anything. Come on, power play. Come on, power play. Ooh. Ottinger is starting to heat up a little bit. Our power play is going dry. But there's Oliver Moore again. Gets his second goal of the series. The young man, the rookie, as Logan Stankoven's going to get a goal. Jason Dickinson gets a goal. There's some depth scoring, getting some depth scoring. You know, Bedard on that first line is probably canceling out of it with their top line. All right, 2-1 going into the third. Still anyone's game. This would be a big win. But let's see if we can hold on. Not very confident just because Dallas is getting a lot of shots. Peter Kochetkov doing his best to try to win this game. Power play, this would be massive. Goes nowhere. It's a tight game. Power play for the Stars. And the defense kills it off in the PK. Good job, defense and PK. Come on. Let's win a close game. One score. And there's the empty netter for Athanasiou. What a game from Peter Kochetkov. I believe it's like a 950 or 960 save percentage. As Jason Dickinson, the third line, that third line had a really good game. Really good game for the third line. 972 save percentage for Peter Kochetkov. That is, I mean, you can't ask for better than that. What a big game from him. We're getting goaltending in the playoffs. You know, in previous NHL games, it was impossible to get any sort of goaltending from in the real-time sim. Goalies would just choke. But all right, 2-1 lead for your Chicago Blackhawks. This would be crazy to get to the conference finals this season. I'm not expecting this. And there's Ilya Mikheyev. There's a power play goal, but Jason Robertson gets it right back. Jason Robertson doing his part, try to keep his team in this game. Does not want to go down 3-1. They came back from 3-1 last series, so Dallas is not afraid of going down in a series. You know, I'm proud of the way the Chicago, our team, power play goal, can't take a penalty late in a period like that. Then when we get a penalty, we just don't have the firepower on our power play to put up consistent goal scoring right now. And also Jake Ottinger is just kind of going crazy. But come on, get some goals. Guys, why are we taking so many penalties? Relax, chill out. The refs need to chill. All right, we're out shooting them. Just gave a power play goal. But there's Tyler Brody, makes it a 1-goal game. And there it's tied. Teuvo Teravainen, 2 quick strikes for Chicago. And it is a tie game in the third period of game 3. Or no, the game 4. My bad. Are we due for... No, I'm not going to say it yet because anything can happen still with a minute left. 53. We are due for another overtime game. So let's jump right in. All right, here we are in Chicago, the United Center. Game 4 of the second round. Dallas, Chicago. Wyatt Johnston brings the puck up in overtime. Miro Heiskanen and scores immediately, just like that. not even 10 seconds into overtime, and it's going to be a 2-2 series heading back to Dallas. All right, so quick overtime, one possession. Mir Heiskanen just snipes it off of that little quick rush. So it is a 2-2 series, dead even. These games have all been pretty close, pretty competitive. Dallas is taking the home ice back, so we're going to have to win at least one game on the road here, maybe 2 games. Definitely at least 1 game on the road. So here we go. Game number 5, back in the American Airlines Center. This would be a big win for Chicago to give us 2 chances to win. And there's Taylor Hall on Jake Oettinger. I need an offensive explosion game, Chicago. Let's go. You know, I'm not mad at losing in OT. I mean, we won both games against Colorado in OT, which was kind of shocking. So, not going to win all of those in the real time. Power plays, just I mean, what are we doing on the I mean, this is some fixing from the NHL. I mean, good lord, we get double minor for high sticking. Good job, Connor. I mean, good lord, we're getting so many penalties, man. Another penalty. Are you freaking serious? Bro, can these refs chill out? These refs have a vendetta against Chicago. They do not want to see us. They just don't want to see us in the freaking conference finals. And there's Oliver Moore again, another goal from the rookie. Man, he's a playmaker, but good lord, man, that kid can score. That kid can score some goals. And here we go. Deadlocked. Series is 2-2. Game is 2-2. Third period of game 5. What is going to happen? And Teuvo Teravainen takes the lead for the Chicago Blackhawks power play. This would be big. Ooh, goes nowhere. Are we due? Another power play. And Mikheyev gets the insurance marker. Oh, another power play goal. Lukas Reichel, the young man. There's the power play coming alive. 5-2, 6-2 Jason Dickinson. And here we go. Chicago Blackhawks are 1 win away from the conference finals. 4-goal, another huge third period. Big game. Taylor Hall, I mean, the third line is just doing so good this playoffs, man. So good. I'm so proud of this team. Like, it just... Tyler Bertuzzi's been injured. No, that is not good. All right, so things have been going really well, but there's our first big injury. Now, that's not good because we've been simming well. So now, what do we want to do? Who are we going to move up? I don't know if I want to change that. This third line's been playing so well. Oh, the second line's been very bad. So they've been getting scored on like crazy. Do we promote a young man like Lukas Reichel? You know, I might want to throw Jason Dickinson up there. He's been playing very good. He's gotten some big goals. Or do I throw Frank Nazar, the sniper, up there to help with that goal scoring? You know what? I'm gonna throw Dickinson up there just because the defense on that line has not been the best. So I'm gonna throw Jason Dickinson up, play on the wing. Then we are gonna throw in our scratched forward, who is going to be... That's why we got good depth. We got Ryan Donato to come slot in and play that center for us. So there you go. We lose Tyler Bertuzzi, but we slotting in Dickinson, who's playing well. That's a big loss. I didn't think it was only to like May 20th. So if we get past this round, it's not going to be a big deal. But all right, here we go. We have a 3-2 series lead. We have 2 opportunities to get to the conference finals, and we might either be playing Edmonton or Winnipeg if we win. I hope Winnipeg wins. Edmonton might destroy us, but we beat Colorado, so I mean, Edmonton's doesn't have depth, so I don't know how that works in this game. But all right, doesn't matter. We got to take care of business. Game 6 in the United Center, and Wyatt Johnston gets a power play goal to start. Damn, what is with all the penalties, man? Holy cow. It's like everyone this series is just going crazy with the penalties on both sides. An undisciplined series. Another 5-on-3. I mean, a shorthanded goal from Nick Foligno. Well, that was not expected, but good lord, the penalties, guys. Can we stop taking a trillion penalties? There's a power play. 5-on-4 goes nowhere. Another power play. Come on, power play. Ugh, power play just not capitalizing right now. Ottinger's doing really good for them on the penalty kill. This has been such a close series, competitive, intense. I mean, all of the adjectives to describe it. 1-1, 1 period, Chicago. Go take it. Go take your victory. There's Athanasiou with a goal. 2-1 power play. And Taylor Hall, 3-1. Let's go, Chicago. Power play for Dallas. Goes nowhere. Oh, but Jason Robertson says, I'm not going down without a fight here. He gets it to a 1-goal game. 2-3. 4 minutes left in the game, but Kurashev is going to get a huge insurance marker. Then Mikheyev gets another insurance marker, and it looks like your Chicago Blackhawks are going to be going to the Western Conference Finals, pulling off 2 huge upsets. I mean, I cannot believe this. The real-time sim, it's very unpredictable. I don't think our roster is that good on paper compared to some of theirs. But, you know, our team is young, but they're growing as they're playing. They've grown before our very eyes. This is just an incredible development. I mean, even if we don't win the Stanley Cup this year, that was not my goal. My goal was development. But what's better to develop your players than winning 2 rounds in the playoffs, getting them deep into the playoffs, and potentially winning the Stanley Cup? This would be some type of Cinderella story if Chicago manages to make the Stanley Cup Finals. But we're going to have a tough matchup regardless if we go against Edmonton or Winnipeg. But to knock off the 2 perennial powers of the Central Division, Dallas and Colorado. Dallas in 6 and Colorado in a sweep. I mean, you just can't make up the stories. Like, the stories write themselves. And there's Connor Bedard trying to get another shot in. But, you know, I had high hopes for this season. I just wanted to see some good player development. We got development from Bedard. He grew. We got development from our young guys, Frank Nazar and Oliver Moore, scoring 75 points in the AHL, coming up in the playoffs, now having a really good playoffs as he had two or three goals this series. And, I mean, you have to be excited for the future of this team. And here's a 2-on-1 for Connor Bedard, who's going to dart in against Matt Dumba. But I want to know what you guys think about this, because I haven't had a team that's like gone on like a Cinderella story type run, but this is just year 1. We weren't supposed to do this. Chicago was not supposed to be here. But you better believe it, Chicago. The future is now, and your Chicago Blackhawks are going to the Western Conference Finals. Listen to that crowd. They have waited a while to get back into the spotlight, but the Chicago Blackhawks, the past is the past. The present hasn't been that nice to Chicago, but you know what? The future is now. There's a future goalie in Peter Kochetkov in net. Connor Bedard is the future superstar of this league. And you got young prospects like Frank Nazar and Oliver Moore leading the way. And it's just such a bright future for Chicago. But we're going to be awaiting the winner in the Western Conference Finals. So y'all get ready for another crazy freaking series, because we could be playing Connor McDavid. So, yeah. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.